Ask and I shall deliver. Ho ho, Arsenal delivered. Excuse me, I lost my voice a bit from shouting with excitement after that last minute winner, but we won 2-1 against Newcastle. Now, this is obviously a tough place to go. St James's Park is no easy feat. Now, listen, the start of the game, the first 30 something minutes, we were on top. We were doing things, we were really on them. But then it all changed when the penalty decision wasn't given. Now, to be honest, the ball continued and Saka was still in play with the ball. I just don't know why it got brought back, and then the ref says it was a penalty, and then it got given as no, it's not a penalty, and then we don't get the advantage at the end. So that was a little bit concerning to me. It was something that left me a bit furious. I was annoyed after seeing that. I thought, here we go again. We're probably going to get screwed out of this match. But then they score. The momentum lifts. Their crowd gets up. Voldemort scores the header, whatever his name is. I call him Voldemort. We'll just stick with that. He scores a header. Get in there, Potter. Do you know what I mean? Saying to his fans and everything. But what happens? Somehow, the substitutions. I was saying, I think it's too late. 70 something minute, you're bringing these guys on. I just sometimes didn't understand where this was going. But it ended up working. It ended up working because Mikel Merino comes on and he scored a header. Do you know what I mean? A set piece. Then later on, Gabriel wins it for us in the 92nd, 96 something minute. My head's gone. I'm scrambled because I was ready to come in there and start dissing. I was ready to come in there and start laying some bars, cussing some people out, putting ones and twos together. Do you know what I mean? Gabriel, though, I'm not going to lie. That defending for the Voldemort's goal was poor. It was absolutely poor. But what I liked, he redeemed himself with that late header, that late winner. You know what I mean? Is that a step for us in terms of us challenging for the title? I don't know, because we're going to keep having moments like this where we're going to be wishy and we're going to be washy. There's days where we're going to perform and there's days when we're not going to perform. But I want us to just be consistent. I want us to just keep being consistent. Sometimes not just relying on set pieces to get us out of jail. Do you know what I mean? And substitutions sometimes need to be made a lot earlier. Do you know what I mean? But it's another get out of jail for us. Winning it late on. Now we know how Liverpool feel when Liverpool score their late goals and go on and get winners. It happened to us this time. But this title challenge is going to be a long, long, long road. I still think by what I've seen, I don't think we're favourites. I still think it's Liverpool's title, to be honest. But Liverpool losing, you know what I mean, the game yesterday was good for us. Do you know what I mean? In terms of us applying some pressure on them. Chelsea as well losing. Man United losing. Tottenham drawing. Do you know what I mean? Most of our big rivals doing that. Man City obviously getting the win, but who cares about them? Bun them, you know what I mean? Who give a damn about them? You know, they did what they had to do. But still, never expected Burnley was going to get anything from that game. But today, you know what I mean? I felt the ref. The ref was poor on both sides, to be honest. Poor for us and he was poor for them. Just let the occasion get to him. Didn't really stand strong and stand with the right, correct decisions. Let VAR change his mind. Do you know what I mean? Because the fact of the matter is, I felt like for the first 30 something minute, we were really controlling the game, and then it all changed from the momentum, from not getting the penalty. It rose the Newcastle crowd up, and then that looked like it really could go against us. But somehow, it all turned again. It all flipped over like a pancake. We flipped, reversed it like the Blazing Squad song, and we came back, and we ended up winning this game. But if you're asking me what was going to happen in the next game, I don't know. I really don't know. But you know what? It's something where I'm actually just thrilled and just relieved. You know what I mean? Because I was thinking, well, we're just going to drop points here. I don't see it coming back here. But we managed to do it. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes when we have a set piece, it always can change a game for us. We just seem to be the set piece kings, and I will take that all day of the week if we get a win. Do you know what I mean? But if we end up with less than nothing, then of course I'm be coming for the managers and I'll be coming for the players. But today, I got no qualms on that. But Saliba, I just don't know what he was doing for that Voldemort team, man. What was he doing? But anyways, Mascara as well. The clearance was a bit poor too. Do you know what I mean? To set up the corner and all of that. But that was one attempt these men had. Do you know what I mean? Nothing more. Yeah, they were threatening at times, but they didn't really have much shots on targets more than we did. We were all over them like a rash in the first half. But anyways, it is what it is. Eddie Howe's going to be licking his wounds and be annoyed by the fact that his team didn't win, but we done it again. We managed to get the dub, and that's what it's all about. Dubs. Let's move. We go. Till next Arsenal, I shall deliver. I'll deliver my opinions later on.